Hi guys, we're live in the group. Just give it a couple of moments. We're going to have a lovely relaxing yin practice today in the group. I'm just going to wait a couple of minutes to see who joins. Hopefully some people have been able to take a bit of time out from the craziness that's going on at the moment. Yeah, obviously not just talking about Christmas, the COVID craziness, what is going on, I don't know. What can we do? It's out of our control. So it's sometimes just nice to take part in a really grounding practice for just making sure that we're looking after ourselves, a bit of self-compassion, and also, safety, connecting to what's there. So yin is a very different kind of practice to what I've been teaching in this group lately. I've been teaching more vinyasa flow and the faster styles of like rocket yoga, for example. And yin is, I say, completely the opposite. Obviously, yin and yang. It obviously makes sense that one is one end of the spectrum and the other is the other end of the spectrum. So yes, the yang styles are very dynamic and focus on flow and creating warmth in the body. And yin is about really becoming a bit more introspective. Looking within ourselves for the answers rather than looking out all of the time, and just taking the next 40 minutes or so to really look inward and see what's there. So we'll make a start. So I'm going to start with a guided meditation, and this is going to be good at any time of year, but I thought it was particularly relevant now. I wanted to talk about, safety is one, because I guess a lot of us feel a bit out of control at this time of year anyway. And so it's really good to, like say, ground and connect to yourself. And also to practice being kind to yourself as well. And obviously by taking time out of your day to practice yoga, especially this kind of really nurturing and nourishing yoga, you are going to be sending a message to yourself, through yourself, that you are there for yourself, that you're looking after yourself, that you have your own back. So, and that's a really good message, if nothing else, to go into Christmas with. And when all around you are losing their heads, you can stay calm and focused. So I'll make a start. So just take a moment now to find an easy seated position. So if that's cross-legged for you, then that's all good. Or sit however you would like to sit. I should have said also that if you want to, you can use cushions for this class. In yin we use a lot of props normally, but because this is a Facebook Live, I haven't specified bringing props. But if you have some cushions lying around, then please grab them. They do come in handy. Anything will do, off the sofa, whatever, wherever you are. So, easy seated position, sit up nice and tall and straight. If you find it more comfortable to sit on something, on my mat, I've got a block. Hold on, you can't even see my mat. Let's just move that down a bit. So you can see everything. We aren't going to really stand up for this class at all. It's going to be very relaxing. We're going to be seated or lying down. So you don't need to see the full me standing up. So, so if you want to sit on something, then sit on something. It's nice to have a nice straight spine. Even though we're relaxed, we still want to be straight through the spine. So take a big inhale now through the nose. And I just want you to, as you inhale deeply, straighten the spine as if someone's pulling you up from the crown of your head. Feel the chest rise on the inhale, and then exhale through the mouth. And again, inhale. Exhale through the mouth. One more, inhale. Exhale. Now gently close the eyes. And I want you to take your breath now to a slow, steady inhale to around a count of 4, and then exhale slow and steady again to around a count of 6. So the inhale is slightly shorter than the exhale. So breathing in, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And you just keep focusing on your controlled breath. Inhaling for a count of 4, exhaling to a count of 6. So, take a moment now. I want you to keep the breath going for this whole meditation. If your mind starts wandering off, I want you to bring your focus back to the breath. Use that as the anchor, to the present moment. Keeping you here rather than wandering off mentally. And I want you to just have a little think now about what's been going on for you the last few days. Has it felt stressful, a little crazy at all? Sometimes it does around Christmas, or just with COVID. Or perhaps you're just not bothered at all, which is also fine. But I just want you to connect to what's been going on for you. Maybe you haven't realised that there's a bit of stress, underlying stress there, or anxiety. And if there is, I want you to just try and connect to that now. And normally we just push the negative emotions away, but just allow it this time. So we don't know sometimes what to do for the best, do we? So, and as I said earlier, this whole situation that we're in at the moment is very, very uncertain and out of our control. So in this Yin practice, I want you to feel grounded and connected to yourself, and therefore protected. I want you to think about going inwards, for the answers, rather than looking to the outside, to government or doctors or whoever it is that you look to answers for. Let's try to look inwards. Keep your breath going. It's easy to let things get to you, to have moments and meltdowns. To feel stress, worry, fear, and doubt. And perhaps, especially if you follow what I do in this group, perhaps you turn to unhealthy habits and coping strategies. Perhaps they're ones that you've always turned to in times of stress or uncertainty. And then perhaps you turn on yourself. Perhaps you focus on how you failed or messed up. And maybe you feel like giving up. It's very, very common. Make sure you're continuing your inhale for 4 and your exhale for 4. 6. I just want you to focus now on what that feels like. Okay? Notice, just observe, notice if you have been in a pattern. Yeah, if you felt stress building or worry. The first important thing to do in a situation of stress or worry is to just notice what's going on and connect to what's going on. And the way to do that is to actually feel those emotions. So just do that now. Just sit with what's there, especially if it's negative. Sit with it for a minute and feel what's there while you're breathing in for 4 and breathing out for 6. When your mind wanders off, bring it back to your breath. So we mostly don't dwell in the uncomfortable, as I just said. We quickly move on and push it aside or push it down. But what if we actually felt it? Again, try to identify what emotion is there for you right now, or emotions. And this time put a name on it. Just one word. Stress, nervousness, fear. Try to name what's there. If we turn away, we don't process, okay? And processing is the way that we protect ourselves. Notice where you feel the emotion. Notice what it feels like and where it is in your body. Take your breath there. Breathe in calm. Breathe out fear. Breathe in calm. Breathe out anxiety. Breathe in calm. Breathe out stress. Breathe in calm. Breathe out uncertainty. Every time you breathe in, you feel calmer. And every time you breathe out, you release those emotions. Creating a safe space within yourself, your own retreat, where you feel completely safe and at home. I'm taking a deeper inhale this time through the nose, and then I want you to exhale through the mouth now. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, next time, inhale, open the eyes. And I want you to come to your mat, if you're not already on it. And I'm going to come to mine. And I want you to lie down on your back. Okay, Yin is much, much slower, as I said, in the way you may be used to me practicing in this group. So we take our time in the postures, but don't be fooled into thinking that because it's slow, it's easy peasy. Yin is probably, you know that I've got the Peaceful Soul Banging Body program. Yin is definitely more the peaceful soul side, okay? It's more about, it's more about your mental state than actually building muscles or any of those things. And actually sitting through the uncomfortable is a very important part of Yin, okay? So we get ourselves into a posture, or we take ourselves to our edge, right? So we're looking to challenge ourselves, even in this very slow moving type of practice, to challenge our body slightly so that we are taken to a point that feels a little bit uncomfortable. And then we relax into the posture. So first of all, lying on your back, okay? Lying down on your back. And we're going to start by drawing the right knee in, okay? And I want you to hug the knee into your chest. You can do what you want with your breathing as well. There's no need to control the breath throughout the class unless you want to, unless you find that comforting. I just want you to lay on your back, hugging the right knee in and just releasing the lower back a little bit. Okay. And then I want you to take your right arm out to the side and take the right knee down. So to find a twist, lying on your back. And you can look back towards your hand or just look to the ceiling. And I just want you to hold this twist. And so if you've got a cushion, and if you feel uncomfortable here, you can put a cushion under your knee. I just want you to stay here. I'm going to sit up and just keep an eye on the time in each posture. So normally we spend, up to 5 minutes, sometimes longer in a posture in Yin. So as I said, it's a very introspective type of practice where you really sit with yourself. And you'll find emotions popping up. All sorts of things popping up. The longer you sit. So we're not going to do the full 5 minutes with each posture. But we are going to spend a good amount of time in each. Okay, slowly moving that right knee back up. Just hug it into the chest one more time. Take a breath and then bring your feet together, the soles of your feet together, palms turned up. And we're taking a reclined butterfly pose now. Okay, so you might want to just make sure your pelvis is tilted under, your lower back pressed into the floor, soles of the feet touching, but they're not pressing together. We're just kind of relaxing, palms facing the ceiling. And again, if that's uncomfortable, you can put cushions underneath your knees. Or you can play around with the feet, so move your feet out or in to whatever feels good for you in this moment. So it's a nice hip opener. But again, remember to stay in the posture, but to challenge yourself slightly. Yeah, so to make sure that it doesn't feel completely easy peasy. You want to open the hips. You want to feel the stretch in the groin. And give yourself time in each posture. It's easy to get impatient in yin, but that's all part of it, right? It's all part of the process of slowing down and of grounding yourself, dropping out of your head and into your body, noticing what's going on. We'll be busy or stressed, worried. We're in our heads. Just want you to really focus on those areas of the body that are activating, focusing on the feeling rather than what's in your head. And obviously when your mind wanders off, just slowly draw it back to your breath. So slowly drawing your knees together. So coming back up, soles of the feet pressing to the floor. Okay, and then I want you to straighten the right leg and draw the left knee into the chest. Just hug the knee into the chest. Take a breath. And just hang out here for a minute or so, hugging that knee in. And again, focusing on the feeling. What sensations are you noticing in your body right now? Where do you feel it? Try to let the body lead. And the mind just take a back seat for once. Right, so taking the left arm out now to the side and taking the right hand to the left knee. Just let's draw it into that twist. Might hear a bit of back cracking, I just did. I don't know if you heard mine, but inhale and then exhale the knee down, or put a cushion under your knee if that feels good. Just as long as you feel something, yeah? It's not just a, oh, I'm just going to lie here and fall asleep kind of posture. It's, yeah, I'm working. I can feel the stretch in my hip. I can feel my back, my spine decompressing. Something's happening. Just focus in on the feeling again. You can close your eyes or have them open. You decide. So as I said earlier, Yin is like a practice of moving inwards, of sitting with yourself. Yeah, something that most of us don't do very often. And that's why it's so popular, because it kind of forces you to be still. Signing up to that yin class forces you to be still for an hour or 90 minutes. This is just a shortened version, and it helps you to just do nothing. And most of us don't do that very often. So yes, as I said, it's very important, and actually can help you be more productive if you do practice this more often. Getting out of your head into your body. It's like pressing the refresh button. Okay. So I want you to draw that knee back up. And I want you to take Recline Badakanasana again, so soles of the feet touching, but this time just change the shape slightly. So move your feet out, or take your cushions away if you had cushions, and see if you can just move a little bit deeper into the posture. So palms facing the ceiling. And just pressing your lower back into the floor. It is a lovely posture. This is an open posture. If anyone's lucky enough to have a bolster in the house, you can always place a bolster underneath your back and lie on it. I don't know where mine is at the moment, but you can lie on it and open through the chest. Okay, bolster or cushions, nice opening. One of my favourite postures, actually. Just really notice the points where your body is connected to the ground. It is nice to just feel gravity doing its work sometimes, and feel the pull of the earth drawing you down. Almost feels like becoming closer to nature, being close to the earth, feeling grounded. Okay, drawing your knees back up. And now I want you to stretch both legs out. So both legs nice and straight, and lift your arms up over your head now. Okay, we're going to come into banana asana. Okay, so as the name suggests, I'm moving both of my feet to the right, and then I'm going to move my torso to the right as well. So I'm moving my hands round towards my feet and creating a banana shape. So you feel that in the left side. Just find a position where you can, let go of tension. Stretch through the left side. So you really do feel the pulling of the muscles in the hip. But you can also relax and let go. Okay. Keeping your banana position for another 30 seconds or so. want you to come back to a straight position. So just take a stretch if you want to. Inhale, and then I want you to draw both knees to your chest. Just hug your knees to your chest for a moment. And then I want you to come into happy baby or half happy baby. Okay, so you can take the outside of one foot, or you can take both. I'll demonstrate with both. So you kind of just let your feet fall out to the side and draw your knees down by pulling on the soles of your feet. Okay, or you can just do one at a time. You can have one leg down and one leg up. You should feel, obviously, a stretch, slight stretch in the hamstring and outer hip. Okay, so you can put as much pressure as you want into this. So yes, I said, just take it to a point where it doesn't feel easy. And just making sure also that you're not lifting your sit bones off the floor too much. Press down with the lower back into the floor if you can. It's a lovely hip opener, especially if you can do both at the same time. But if you can't, just do one and we can do the other one in a minute. Just noticing as well, while you're in these postures, connecting to yourself emotionally as well. I mean, as I said, emotions will pop up, things will pop up. You might start feeling agitated even. It often happens. But just, let those emotions be, let them do their thing. Allow them. Getting frustrated is very common in Yin. So sitting with yourself, facing yourself is not what we do instinctively, is it? So because the mind's in charge most of the time. So okay. So if you've got one leg in happy baby, bring them both down. Okay, and we'll come into banana on the other side. Okay, so arms overhead, and then I'm tilting over now to the left side and shuffling my feet over. Just get into the position. I'm tilting my head too. And so feeling the stretch in the right hip now. You don't want to go too deep in these postures because when you hold them for a long time, they can start to feel unbearable. You don't want to get to that point, but just to a point where, I can feel that. Okay. I have to time these things because it's very easy to lose track of the time. We want to give a balanced practice, so making sure we balance both sides of the body correctly. We should always try as well in Yin for the posture, the position that you choose to be one that you can hold, so you don't want to start shuffling around. A lot of Yin teachers say you shouldn't move at all. I don't quite say that, but what I would say is if you do want to move mindfully. Don't do it kind of jolting position. Do it in the spirit of the practice. Move slowly and mindfully if you need to move. So focusing in now on that sensation in the hip. And letting go of the thoughts that pop up, the feelings. And I try to focus more on the body sensations. Right, so moving out of your banana and come back to lying on your back. It's nice this, isn't it? Just to lie down, yeah? So if you did Happy Baby on one side, I want you to do the other side now. If you did Happy Baby with both legs, I'm going to show you another option. So yeah, if you did the right leg, do the left leg now. I'm just focusing on drawing that knee down. If you did both legs, I want you to this time really focus on pressing your lower back into the floor as you lie here. Or you can take your arms through your legs and take them round like this. Okay? And that may help you just to draw them down a little bit deeper. Again, make sure, whichever position you choose, that you can stay there for a couple of minutes. Okay. So it's very interesting to me that this practice was chosen by the group and came out tops. And yeah, it's good to know that, you know, yoga can be lots of things to lots of people. It's lots of things to me, you know. I love my dynamic practice, but I love the deep meditative practice as well. It's beneficial in so many ways. I mean, the breath work that we did at the beginning really takes you into the parasympathetic nervous system, right? So slowing the nervous system down and taking us into that really important rest and relaxation state. Moving out of the head is the main theme here. Because when we do that, that's when we have little glimpses of joy, of what's there, you know, what's really there, underneath the layers. You can strip back the outer layers. That's what yoga is. Yoga is a process of stripping back those outer layers and getting to what's really going on inside. So I hope, come out of that happy baby that you're in now. Hug your knees into your chest one last time. Just gently rock on the lower back. And I want you to come into Shavasana now. Okay, yin classes go really quickly, even though they're really slow. I know this is just a short one today, but I've been in a 2-hour yin class and it's gone, completely gone straight. Feels like you've only been there half an hour. But take a moment now to get comfortable on your back. Palms are facing upwards. Let your feet just fall out to the side. Tilt your pelvis under. And tuck your chin in. Close the eyes. And just lie there. You know, you may feel like you haven't really done much for the last 40 minutes. But that's the point. That's exactly the point. Job done. Just letting the good work that you've done today become a part of you. Just knowing that taking time out of your day to practice in this way is, one of the highest forms of self-care that you can possibly do, imagine. Letting yourself know that you care about your own well-being, mental state. Yeah, it's incredibly powerful. Keep that thought. Check in with yourself often. Listen to what's there in your heart, what's going on, and just identify what you need when you need it. Don't leave it till it's too late. Take time out to take care of yourself. Have your own back. I love that saying. So, coming out of Shavasana then, I'd love you to stay here longer. Obviously you can if you want to. Take your arms up overhead and take a full body stretch from head to toe. Stretch through the neck. And I want you to draw your knees into your chest. And then gently roll over onto your right side. And just rest here for a moment. Give yourself a hug. Yoga's always there for you, yeah? That place of safety is always there. And gently pushing yourself up to a seated position now. Nice tall straight spine. Come back into your cross-legged, or you can sit kneeling, however is comfortable for you. And we just want to sit here for a moment with your eyes closed. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. We're going to do 3 ohms, sound of om 3 times. Join in with me if you want to. I'll take the tops of my hands to my knees. You can keep your eyes closed or you can open them. So inhale through the nose. Inhale, hands to third eye. Thank you, namaste. Thanks for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that it was a welcome break in all the madness. That was what it was intended for. Yeah, and if you're here, have a lovely Christmas. Remember, I am doing online classes from January. If you want any of the details, just send me a quick message, and I will be doing the odd yin class. It depends what people want. I'm going to be doing rocket, definitely, because that's what people want in January. And but yeah, if there's a appetite for this kind of yoga too, if I've got people out there that want this, then I'll put on a yin class. I'm here for you. Yeah, so whatever you need. I'll post a link into the chat so you can have a look at my prices and what I'm doing in January, when the classes are, the schedule and all of that. So who knows? We may be in a lockdown, so you may really need this. Okay, I'm going to let you go now. Back to your days. Take care. Have fun. Have a nice Christmas. I'll work out how to turn it off now. Oh dear, where has it gone?